All right, here we go. We got some people in the chat. Hi, Clint Russell.
Hi, Forest Mommy.
Thanks for joining me in campaign
Hi,
headquarters.
City Council woman.
That's right. That's what everyone needs to start calling me.
Put some respect on her name.
Yeah, it's Councilwoman Forest Mommy from here on out. So, welcome, Colorado.
Can they hear us?
It seems like... can you guys hear us? They should be able to hear us.
All right.
Welcome to Colorado.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying yourself so far?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought the speech went well last night, and
you did a great job.
And I have, I'm getting more laps, under the belt.
Are you working on your comedy career?
It kind of feels like it a little bit, but no.
Just kidding.
I mean, that's only like probably the 6th or 7th like in-person speech I've ever given. So
you did good.
I'm still very, very new to this.
Everybody, first shot, big hand, Sienna. Yeah, you did a great job. It's not easy to do that. I have to get good at that now, and I'm not good at it. I always tell people, I'm like, I would rather stand naked in front of people and not have to say anything than to speak. Although that's not going to work out for me anymore.
I like both.
You would just, I could just stand there.
No. I'm saying for myself, speaking. I would prefer to be naked.
Obviously,
naked
you have
speaking.
a podcast, so, and you do like a lot of solo stuff.
I do, yeah. Yeah, which is good practice, but there's still the crowd interaction, which I'm totally unaccustomed to. So
you did good. No. You didn't have any like weird tics or anything that I saw. Like you didn't do the AOC thing, and
no.
It's good.
I'm getting more comfortable.
Hey Alice, hey Dubs, hey Michael, hey Hector, hey Bubs. Oh, he said look directly at the camera like twice if you need help, Clint. Whatever. Yeah. Is this your first time in Colorado?
No, I told you last night.
Well, I may have had a couple drinks last night.
my dad's family is all in Colorado Springs.
That's
right.
So
I spent, either Thanksgiving or Christmas in Colorado Springs basically my entire childhood.
Okay. Do they live there still or no?
Most of them.
That? Okay. Do you ever visit them lately or just not really?
Not recently.
Okay. All right.
You grow up, you move apart. I don't know. It sucks, but
yeah,
that's life.
That is life. At least you got to spend some childhoods out here.
What do you guys want us to talk about? And can you hear us? Santa Cruz Mountain Goat says, you did great, dude. Thank you. Forest Mommy's not nearly as, easy with the praise.
Yeah.
Forest Mommy's smoking hot.
All right. I'll tell you what's up. No, just kidding. Because I'm getting so much like constructive criticism already, with my new career in politics.
Well, give me constructive criticism. What could I have done?
I was telling you, I think you did fine, especially if that's only your
see,
I don't know.
See, she says you did fine. That's
I'm
it.
Not like
if I only did fine, I need constructive criticism.
I don't know. I don't think you did anything wrong. I'm being for real. I'm not.
She's incapable of actually assisting me in this process.
The dog farted. If you did something. No, I said I didn't notice anything. But I was actually listening to what you were talking about too, and you were engaging, so it's just good.
Yeah.
That's one thing I loved about finding the libertarian community and stuff during COVID is how many people are so much easier to listen to than your average teacher or you know what I mean? You find Scott Horton. I can listen to Scott Horton talk about anything forever.
Yeah.
Just people who are engaging and easy to talk to and easy to listen to.
I feel like most libertarians are not that, but
no, the ones who actually are making a career of it,
right.
Sure. Speak that stuff. So you came in town. So you came to
talk about how to engage with normies.
Oh yeah.
I could be funny or I could tell you the truth.
Tell them
how do you engage with normies? I think it's actually pretty easy because you know so much more than they do. So just try and be nice. Don't be. I think that's the worst thing libertarians do is they come off very condescending to people that don't know what we know. So if you can not do that, that'd be great.
Wait, hold on, Phobes. Which side? That was good. I'll add on too, but Phobes, what do you mean?
You should block the camera off a few feet, offset it to your right. They're saying they want me not in this shot, I guess. I don't know.
Is it a joke?
I don't know.
I don't know, folks. The gun grabs what's on he's in California. Santa Cruz Mountain Goat. But
It's me on Dummies. Well, thank you, Big Hands. You've been a big supporter of the show.
yeah, I love Big Hand. A-Dub, oh god, A-Dub's gonna drop some racism. The only constructive criticism I can give about hammers, nails, and stuff. Good one.
Oh, folks,
the porn couch joke. Yes, because this is my.
We're not doing casting couch. This is not that.
Yeah, it's not that show. That's a different show I do.
There'd be a hell of a lot more viewers if that's what this was.
And I'd be struck off of YouTube already.
For sure.
So
what? Let's talk about the taboo subject of the day. What do you do when it comes to parents who have been indoctrinated in this Marxist sexual progressivism that want to raise their kids non-binary?
I mean, my thing now is people should ostracize them more and make fun of them, because these are the parents who were in high school. They got bullied really easy. Not bullied, but they were just followers, right? They were like those girls from high school who just have no thought. There's like, yeah, the mean girl follower kind of people, right?
Yeah.
So they just need to be, they need to be made fun of by people like me, pretty people like me. We need to make fun of them and just be like, what the fuck are you doing? And I know there will be pushback for a while and they'll try to cancel, but I think they're losing power with the canceling shit. And obviously people like me, you can't really cancel. So,
I think that this presents an interesting libertarian dilemma, because I don't really want to tell parents how to raise their kids.
No, you can just make fun of them.
However, you are now having an entire generation of children that are having their minds broken. And it's like, it verges on child abuse.
Right.
In my estimation.
Yeah, if we were kids and someone was like, I'm always like, if someone started talking to me about my gender, I would have felt fucking uncomfortable. I would have felt really uncomfortable. So why are people doing this to kids? I know they're feeling uncomfortable. Like,
yeah.
I don't get it.
There was actually a video that was going viral either this morning or yesterday, where it was some UK program where they have like little 4 and 5-year-olds that are sitting down with the drag queen.
Oh yeah.
And every single one of those kids was like, this is cool, but I'm nervous. And you're like, why are you doing this to kids?
Yeah.
Like,
how much attention do you really fucking need? Like, I have a bunch of trans friends and cross-dresser friends and shit, and this would never cross their fucking mind. They're not performers for drag and stuff. Right. It's like, you need to do, I've always loved drag shows when I went to them as adults and stuff. And it's like, how do you need that much more attention? You need to have the kids, you want kids to accept you. Like, it is, I mean, I will say, like, even the, like, more...
You gonna say the G word?
Well, that could be, too, although we're just on YouTube. That, too, but just, like, it's abuse. It's just, like, it's, like, maybe in their family, their grandpa did something weird to them, and it was so normalized, you know what I mean? Like, it's a cycle.
Yeah,
like, the ones who want to do that to kids.
Let me steelman the other side of this and say, there is something potentially beneficial in having kids be exposed to these ideas earlier, so that then they don't have this hatred or bigotry towards these people. But it's also like, yeah, drink my water. But at the same time, the side effect of that is like, there's this massive right-wing cultural revulsion towards it that I fear could go violent, like really violent.
Yeah. And
obviously, you already have the inverse of that at the Christian school on Monday, where it went terribly violent. So I don't know. I feel like some people are taking it too seriously, and they want war over it. And then there's other people that aren't taking it nearly seriously enough. And I don't know. I don't know where the balance is.
I just wanted, if you're the parent of those kids who were sitting down when you were trying to, you know what they were trying to do when you're filming that. Like, they know the kids are uncomfortable. So who are these parents taking their kids to this shit? Like, I just am like, just bully. I want to bully those fucking parents and just be like, why the hell are you taking your kid to that? Like, so I'm going to try and do that. That'll be the different part of my campaign. I'm already like, it's going to be different from anything anyone's ever seen.
Go bully parents.
Yeah, bully parents who are doing that. Like, just leave the innocence up to kids, for Christ's sake. Like, I didn't have much of a latency period as a kid, but it wasn't from abuse or anything. Like, you have to stop introducing that shit to people, right? Like, don't, like, I think I told you last night, I had boy haircut my whole growing up. and no one ever said maybe you're a boy. I just described that I didn't want to have hair because I didn't like brushing my hair, right? And
You
I
were
was
just
like,
retarded.
yeah, I was just retarded. It was hard. There goes the monetization.
What?
No, no one ever said that though. Even though I would describe it as I want a boy haircut, no one ever fucking said anything
They're
like
like,
that.
oh, you're probably a boy then.
Yeah, no one ever said that. Like,
well, that wasn't really an option that was presented, and I think that is probably a healthier position to be in. If you are that, less than 1% of the population that is, actually dealing with gender dysphoria, and to the extent that you feel that you need to transition, let them come to that conclusion on their own. That's my honest opinion. Is like, I also don't want to hate those people. So, but I feel like it's going to create immense hate towards that community.
Yeah,
because of the trajectory we're on.
Well, even like I don't know how you felt about it, but when people were saying gay marriage is leading to like more pedophilia and stuff, and people make those inferences and they go after whole communities, and it's like, come on, like the backlash is gonna be dumb.
Well, and it doesn't help when you have stories of like gay men who get married and then run a child sex trafficking ring,
the adoption
and you're like,
things. Hey, Jess.
Holy shit.
Hey, squirrel. Yeah, that was fucked up. But that's like, and that's what I said. I made a post the other day, and of course someone took it the wrong way, but I was like, just like pedophiles are drawn to jobs where they're around kids. They just are. There's going to be a percentage that it's going to happen, and you're an idiot to think it doesn't happen. And you're an idiot to think it's everybody, right? Like, so I said, just like pedophiles are drawn to jobs around kids, stalkers are drawn to journalism jobs. Because that guy was a legit stalker who doxed me. So like,
they're like, I love to spy on people and then disclose their information to the public. How can I do this legally? I'll become a journalist.
Yeah, and there's a pattern, especially with that one. There's a whole fucking pattern of him doing it to multiple people. Yeah. So it's like, bro, you're a stalker.
He's a bad dude.
Just say you're a stalker. Like, I would actually respect you more if you just say you're a stalker.
How do you find that balance though of like accepting people who are genuinely trans and then also pushing back super hard against the indoctrination of children? Because I feel like the dividing line basically forces people into one camp or the other, and I honestly feel as if I'm kind of in the middle. And I know that's not a popular position to be in, but like I know some trans people that I think are awesome. So I don't want to make them feel alienated because of the behavior of one of their people, which is nonsense collectivist.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's the same collectivist shit when it goes back that direction too.
Yeah. But I also want them to stop fucking, not them, but like teachers or whatever, from propagandizing children into this shit. So it's very complicated. Yeah. And like people are looking at politicians to fucking intervene, and I'm like, oh, that's definitely not going to help.
Yeah, that'll help. No, it will help. No, let's make more criminals of like innocent people and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I just say still make fun of people who are doing it around kids. Just like really ostracize them. Like, what the hell are you thinking? Kind of stuff. Like,
yeah,
shame and all that. So.
But then you have some people that went to do that, and they're put on the news as being like, well, I mean, some of them were actual Nazis, but then some of them are just like opposed to that shit too. So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, and the people showing up. They make those, they're creating those events where there's violence going on. Like the people are scheduling the events and knowing that right now is a time where people are going to show up to do defending it, with the guns, the anarchists defending it. And it's like, why are you even trying to cause these? At this point, just stop, just for that sake. Like you're causing fucking problems. So stop.
I wish that would be what people conclude, but instead there seems to be more and more of these fucking child drag shows, and I'm like, why are you doing this?
Yeah, here's a good question. People's opinion saying shit like, you think teachers are indoctrinating kids, why would you arm them? Well, I don't know. I don't think all teachers ever, but
I'm open to letting teachers that want to be armed be armed.
Yeah. Hi, we're doing a live.
I don't want to mandate it. I think that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
And honestly, obviously, I'm an abolitionist. I don't think that we should even have public schools. So,
yeah.
But if we're going to have them, then yeah, having them be gun-free zones is fucking lunacy. So,
like, why don't, when I go to the Capitol, I mean, obviously I can't have a gun, but there's armed guards at the Capitol building protecting the politicians, and no one forces them to be there, but kids are somewhat forced to be at public school to a certain extent, and yet it's not protected. Like, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I see that Dr. Metalblood is also a listener of James Lindsay, as I am. He says it's mid-level violence. That's what it is. It's trying to basically hold their finger just close enough to their face to get them to react, but they're not. Then it looks as if they're being the aggressor, when in fact, like, it has been pushed towards this direction. It's crazy.
Just need different teachers. Yeah, well, there's always going to be someone who wants to be armed. I feel like so. Bobert does it. I can too. Yeah.
Bobert lives out here, right?
Yeah, she's like the Western Slope that way. Everyone complains about
Sounds
it.
racist.
Some people are saying maybe I'll have to be the next Bobert.
Go for it.
Just kidding. Mid-level violence.
It's boot camp level shit.
Yeah, I can see that. We were like, you're just trying to break people to the point where they're either going to break or they're going to react, or it won't be good.
Well, that's the problem. Is like, now you've seen the reaction, but it came from the side that most people didn't expect. It came from the trans community, which I hate to fucking even say, but now I'm really afraid of there being some like hardcore Christian right-wing nationalist that does something fucking totally nutty.
Yeah, and it's like people like us can be like, yeah, we can appreciate Christian values and stuff, but then they're just gonna keep pushing it. Over is 4'10". I'm 5'7". I'm 5'7", Hector. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't get the parents. Like I said, they're these follower women. They've never grew up from high school. I'm like, why? If you want a trans friend so bad, go make one. And don't go make an adult.
Don't make your kid one.
Yeah, like
just to fucking like have something to talk about at brunch.
Yeah, and on their Facebook groups. That Facebook group shit did. I mean, all social media obviously brainwashes and indoctrinates, right? But like, I swear to God, I saw people change in Facebook groups before I got it. I'm off Facebook, but like, I would see women turn into like monsters, for no reason, really. Just the crowd. That's where the mob was going, and they would turn into these monsters and like dox people and just evilness. And it's like, and they're just a mom at home, in the middle of the day, like just doing these terrible things.
I mean, a lot of it is a product of purposelessness and people trying to find any purpose in their lives. And for them, even if they have to break their fucking kid's brain, that still provides like a purpose, and it makes them more accepted in their own little bubble of friends.
Yep. It is like the millennials, especially.
The psychos challenge level
all
impossible.
Those, especially the millennial hipsters. I always notice this. All these people right after, because how old are you? You're a little older than me, right? You're 40?
40.
We talked about that last night too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That was a fun night.
She was drunk. I wasn't drunk. I don't know what.
It was a fun night. It is Munchausen by proxy. What was it?
For many of them, it is, yes.
Yeah, and it's like and it's accepted. It's being socially accepted. It's like enabling mental illness. We really have been enabling.
But think about, I mean, I think that's where you were just going. But COVID, that was also Munchausen by proxy, because you were masking your toddler, who was, we're on YouTube, so I won't say what everyone knows is the truth. But like, they broke their kid's brain for no reason.
Yeah. And
now they're breaking their kids' brains again for 99.8% of the time, no reason.
No reason.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and then they're like, my kids are like, I always love this. Well, all my kids are depressed and stuff. It's like, maybe that's your fucking fault as a parent. Like, there will be some circumstances where, okay, maybe, but like, that's your fault for not engage. And I can say this as a not having a kid, so I can totally judge, which people love when you don't have kids and you judge parents, But like, I think that's pretty fair. Like, you can be engaged enough in your kid's life where he just loves that water. So he's like, it's for me.
I had a cup of water and I put it on the floor, and then her dog came in and drank out of it. And then she went and got me another glass, and then I didn't look at the new glass, and I drank out of the old glass that her dog. So I'm sharing dog water.
Yeah.
But I love this dog.
He's the king. That was alpha shit. He
Yeah.
was showing you who's boss.
He's like,
King
this is
Tanner.
mine, you little deaf beauty.
King Tanner.
This dog is awesome, by the way.
He's a good guy.
He's a little deaf king.
So people excited about during COVID. She was like, never been. I know it is. Like I just take a couple white pills. I take some white pills and have some nice fun with them. But yeah, overall.
I feel you, folks. Peeps.
Overall.
Folks.
How about we arm bears? Yeah, we can arm bears. It's cute.
Don't make your kids watch Forest Mommy streams. Don't do that.
First shot though. I make fun of First Shot. First Shot's a stay-at-home wife man. No, just kidding. That's like the ongoing joke. He's not.
Your
That's how he
stay-at-home husband.
teaches.
Pretty based.
He is pretty big.
I'm a stay-at-home husband too. Don't feel bad.
I'm a stay-at-home.
Why are you looking away from me?
Poor man's
You
trophy
scared of me?
wife. That's what I call me.
You want to drink some more of my water?
No, you did like money. So okay, so what else you want? Let's talk real quick about our convention this weekend.
Oh, that's boring.
You're here to talk at our convention.
I know, but talking about a convention is fucking
I gotta
boring.
put it out there because I gotta promo this shit still. Okay, like.
Okay, we're promoting it. This
Promoting
weekend, come out. I don't know where it is, but it'll be fun.
Yeah, if any of my Colorado peeps are watching, you can come for free and watch the business. It's in the Mountaineering Center in Golden. Starts at 8:30 on Saturday. On Friday night, we're having the comedy show. Are you going to that?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I learned last night that they're charging $100 for the VIP table to sit with me, which is crazy.
And it sold out pretty quick, I'm pretty sure.
I think it did, yeah.
I did not buy that. Sorry.
Wow. That
Sorry.
really hurts my feelings.
But if anyone wants to sit at Forest Mommy's table for free, you'll be able to. I think that's pretty cool. Much cooler than paying, but whatever. No big deal. No, just kidding. Yeah, that's Friday tonight, and then yeah, okay, that's all good. We're good with that.
Gustave de Molinari is an unemployed husband, based. Oh, Large Marge, what doesn't want me to unblock him? All right, that's fine. I won't.
Oh yeah.
You guys come at me sideways all the time. I block. That's how it works.
We're not going to talk about petty shit here, okay? Just kidding. That's why I don't beef on Twitter, because I have to beef with the fucking news agencies. Like, I don't got the energy to beef on Twitter. I mean, yeah, there's some beef, and I beefed, but...
Oh, you beef more than me. I just block, and then everyone's like, look at this coward. He doesn't believe in free speech.
I block a lot, too. Hey, Kyle. Hey, Ray. Hey, I think that's everybody. What up, Kyle?
Kyle's
She's an absolute dick. Yeah, that's the thing is like everybody knows everybody knows what we're doing.
She says I know exactly why I got blocked. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you know.
This is how it is at Forest Mommies. We can all talk. And
I think the other thing people lose sight of is like when I go to bed, I wake up and I have hundreds of replies. So I'm not gonna look through to see if you're being playful. So if you just come at me like an asshole, usually I'll just block it. And sometimes it'll be someone that I didn't mean to. It sounds like I probably should have blocked you, but whatever. It's okay.
So he blocked phones on his other account, but he doesn't have it anymore anyway. So I just do I feel like it's okay to curate stuff. You want to curate your experience to some extent, and it's not like I'm blocking just people I just because there's plenty of people I agree with, but they'll come on and they'll say something rude about my looks or something, and I'm like, I'm just gonna block you. You're not. I don't do that to other people unless they're work for the government or something. I definitely called them ugly,
of course.
But I don't just start shit.
My favorite was when someone, I blocked them, and then they created a burner account to tweet at me, and they said, Clint, just so you know, your account would grow a lot faster if you didn't block so liberally. And I was like, the account that they had that I blocked was 400 followers. So I don't know if you should be giving me advice on that. Just saying.
I know that was a guy came into my thing and said after I got doxxed, you need to be more serious or something, and he had 30 followers,
right? And
he was like, well, I've never. Then of course my peeps jumped in. That's a great thing is you don't have to really do it. If someone says there's an army,
you can do it however you want. That's the whole point of Twitter. Do what the fuck you want. if you want to have a bunch of people that hate you follow you and say terrible shit to you every day, like God bless, but like I am just not built like that. I don't enjoy it. It makes my experience not fun. So
annoying. Yeah. I forgot what I was saying right before I started, and then I forgot.
One Shot says that you interact with me playfully. Well, thank you.
First shot's
I'm pretty good at like interpreting if it's being playful, but sometimes, you know, whatever.
Yeah, that's just how it goes. Oh, I'm almost as pretty as you, First Shot. First Shot, you are prettier. I saw that little youngin shot you said. Oh yeah, that's serious. That guy said I need to be serious too. And then he was like, well, I've never heard of her. But I just had like 30,000 followers. Not to be like that, that's okay. But I do have 30,000 followers now. Kind of big time for a little time girl. But I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, why would you even say that? Like, okay, that's fine. You don't know who I am, but like, why would you fucking say that? You know, like.
I don't expect anyone to know who I am. I don't know why.
Oh, I do. Everybody better know who I am. I've been noticed in real life a couple times even. Have you?
Yeah.
Have you had that happen? It's kind of cool.
But like, it's very rare. Very rare. And I prefer it to be that way. I don't want to actually, like, Dave's level would be wild.
Oh my God. Because anytime you speak, then everyone would mob you. All the boys mob Dave after he speaks and stuff. Oh, it's so funny.
I'm one of the boys that mobs Dave after he's done speaking. No, it was actually really cool though last night. Like I had a mini mob, you know, like 6 or 7 dudes that all came up and I just held court with them for like 30 minutes after the talk. And they're all, I mean, I think that there's like a real misconception that I don't view myself as one of them. I'm like, I am just you guys. I just have a show. That's it. Yeah. Like Mises Caucus. Like that's,
Mises Caucus.
You're my people.
Mises Caucus. No, it was a good crowd last night too. I like everyone who came out was really cool. You got to meet some of our local fun characters like Rodney. You got to meet Rodney.
You have a special needs producer?
Oh yeah, that's the ongoing joke that Paul is special needs.
Is that Mr. FM?
No, it's my. Do you know the whole FMU? Like, do you even know?
No.
Okay. Well,
you don't watch my show either, so
I watch it sometimes.
Yeah, I watch it sometimes
if it's someone I like. But so I have a guy named Paul, Sibling Revelry. He has a show on Saturdays, but he offers to help. He produces my show when I have like a real one, like my Sunday ones are more real.
Was it the Paul I met last night?
No, he doesn't live out here. He lives in Michigan.
Oh, all right.
So, yeah. But the ongoing joke is that he's special needs. I'm just going to hate that. I love it. But then I always joke I pay him because I don't pay him, but I'm like always like I pay him a lot of money. And he hates that. Hey, Hayden. You met Hayden last night. He was at the... What a good time at the bar, too. It was a nice little dive. I like little divey places like that.
That sandwich was incredible.
Did you have a sandwich there? Oh.
There was like pastrami with barbecue sauce.
I should have probably ate something while we were there.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Alice. I should be tuning in more often.
Alice is my co-host on my girls' shows on Thursday nights. And CD McCrae is in it now. And
CD's awesome.
Oh, she's the best.
Yeah.
She's the best. She has family out here too. She'll be visiting, so I'm hopefully gonna get to meet her. But she's really cool, and she brings the boobs to the show every time. Alice sometimes
she has boobs.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
You never noticed. Okay.
No, I honestly like. I.
Are you serious? Okay, I'll show you a picture of what.
No. I'm not asking for that. Later. I just didn't know.
Oh, hey Daniel. Yeah, Daniel, you do got to come to Colorado. But and Leanne Stars. So Scissor Me Timbers on the 13th. Leanne Star is gonna join us. Everybody, she is super fun. So.
Oh, I know Leanne. She's cool. It's so cold here, and I don't think people understand how cold it is in like almost the entire United States. But if you go to Florida, it's not cold. So why are you living where it gets cold when you don't have to? Why are you doing that?
Because it makes you appreciate the good more.
Yeah, but then you could like just go travel to Colorado and be like, well, this fucking sucks, and you can go back to Florida like I do.
I know. It is silly, and it's been so cold this winter, and like today it's actually like kind of warm out there. I was sitting out there in the sun for a minute because it's like, but it's windy as fuck. So.
I love your dog so
Isn't he the best? Everybody, like, even people who don't like dogs, like my parents don't like dogs, but they fucking love him.
He's a little cat dog.
Yeah, he's old and just chill.
He's old and
He's
nice.
got bumps on him.
Oh, he's a tumor, huh?
Yeah. That one, like, we get it, like, it drains. Some weird thing, but.
I hope he lives forever. He won't, but I hope he does.
Yeah, hopefully we got 7 more years with you, huh?
People always say Florida gets too hot and humid. That is not true. Just you have to not be poor. If you live by the coast, it's actually quite perfect. It does get a little hot during the summer, a little bit.
It's a little over 60 out there in March, but it's windy.
But there's like 2 months in Miami that are too hot, and you can go travel to Colorado during that period or whatever.
That's true. Yeah, and you're like right on the
It's
water.
23 here today, which is pretty warm.
Yeah, she's up north.
You shouldn't live wherever that is. That's horrible.
Yeah, but the government ain't gonna come get them.
Turkey tail.
Oh, okay.
Oh, Mellow Blood? Oh, I thought they were saying that it was 23 in Orlando. I was like, get the fuck out of here. Clint, stop saying poor bitches.
Stop being poor bitches.
I just think it's funny to say it. I don't actually,
Florida had a big immigration recently, I know, but
yeah, I'm one of those immigrants.
But are the prices kind of leveled off there, or
no,
people are still moving there like crazy, having to give away your firstborn child to get a house under contract?
Prices aren't escalating at the pace that they were, but they're not coming down.
Right.
For sure.
This when the rate hike happened last May, or whatever, with April and May?
February is when the rate started to hike.
Okay. And then literally out here, it was like, everything was, it's been crazy out here since legalization. So basically it's been sellers market since 2013, 2014, and it's been nuts since then. Like, just nuts.
Yep.
And it just went, like, it just stopped. And for the first time since because I got a license in 2015, for the first time since I've been licensed, there was actually price reductions, and I was like, whoa. I get emails, but I was like, I never saw that. And like the whole like 7 years, something like that I've been doing now. It's like, whoa, this is weird. Like,
I think you're going to see a lot more people putting their houses on the market too.
Yeah.
So the inventory levels will start to go in buyers' favor.
Yeah, we went from like having like not even a week worth of inventory basically to like the 6 months or whatever.
Well, that's how it was through COVID, because the foreclosure and eviction moratoriums plus all the stimulus. Anyways, this is wonky, boring bullshit talk. Let's go back to
you're
funny.
talking to me. Nothing I talk about is boring.
All right, Forest Mommy for Clint. I was stationed in Destin for a couple of years, Clint. The weather there was fucking amazing. The IQs weren't that great, but I blame that on Alabama. Correct. All of that is accurate. It's Alabama people that are bringing down the IQ. But you know what? Dumb people that love guns are fucking awesome.
Yeah, they're better than like overeducated people who hate guns.
Yeah, I would greatly prefer to be surrounded by a bunch of dudes who are like 75 IQ that are strapped to the gills. Like, that sounds awesome.
Yeah, they're cooler to hang out with. I know. I never thought I'd ever want to. No, actually, my rule is like I don't want to be in city council for more than 2 terms. Kill me if I stay longer.
How long is it? 2 years or 4?
2 years.
Okay, yeah.
So it would be 4 years total.
Gustav says he has 1 more investment property to sell. I have 5, but they are all under contract. So hopefully I will be liquid here soon.
Oh, good.
I'm a dumb gun lover myself. Hell yeah, One Shot. You're my people, dude. I fucking love stupid hicks. I love them. They're so fun.
They're fun. And they're real.
And they're real. They're dangerous. They're racist. I fucking love hicks.
They're not trying to be anything fake. No, they are what they are.
They're like the original based.
Yeah. They're like, we don't care.
I mean, I could do without the racism, but like I would rather be around someone who's just being honest about who they are than these fraudulent motherfuckers that are constantly talking about like, we have to be inclusive. And I'm like, I know you scream racial slurs when an Asian cuts you off. I know you're that type of person. So that's my take.
No. Fun fact, Mitch McConnell's family was from Northern Alabama. They're old school Democrats.
75 IQ and strap sounds like feds. No, they're like 90.
Patriot friend. Apparently people get really mad if you say Patriot friends are feds. They're like, no, they help give food to the hungry. And I'm like, okay, a fed group can still do that. Like,
yeah, I don't know. I think that there's probably some real Patriot Front idiots, but
Right.
I think they're like 50% feds.
What was Bill 686? Do you know what that is?
Is that restrict?
Is that the restrict one? Amit's one of my diversity quotas in my FM universe.
Oh, you have a fucking. Does he say show Bob's?
No. Patriot Front. I'm currently harassing my local senator about the 686. Yeah, it's the restrict one. Okay.
Yeah, restrict is a fucking panopticon nightmare. I can't even believe, like, every politician that signed their name to that should be top of the list of politicians that have to be thrown out of office. Like, all of them, even if it doesn't pass, which hope God willing it won't, because if it does, I'll have to leave the country for real. It's fucking insane. If you haven't read it, you should, or you should listen to my show, in which case you'd already know.
Is it just it's going like? Is it like out of committee and gonna hit the floor soon for voting, or?
I don't know. I've been traveling to speak, so I don't know the list. Yes, I mean, like, they were debating it. I think it was on the Senate floor because Rand Paul stood up and was like, "This thing's terrible."
Good call, Mars. Do you remember the senator's name? Because I'll harass him too.
The senator I'm harassing co-sponsor. Yeah, please, March. Harass them, not me. I'm on your side, for God's sake.
It's okay. That's what's beautiful about the Liberty community. Well, the like one I exist in is like you can not even like people, but you can still want to work together against like some of this shit.
For instance, I don't like you at all.
I know.
But like it's still like you let me stay here, so I put up with it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I did let you stay here. I'm gonna kick you out. So
and vice versa. She doesn't like me either.
Haley asked to have it pass out of committee and put it to the floor. So I think it's still in committee. Okay.
Yeah, Holly tried to push it straight through to a vote without debate. That fucking talk about an unbelievable traitor to this nation.
Yeah, and even if the political process won't ever work in our favor again, and like calling them doesn't work, at least you call them and get to tell them what for. And like when I went to talk to the Capitol, like it felt so good to look them in their eyes and be like, one of them, I was like, from a libertarian stance, I like this bill because it protects us, the citizens, from you. And I like pointed at him and made eye contact.
Hell yeah.
You know, it just feels good. And I'm like, it didn't matter, but
I got to do my version of that too, and mine mattered even less because I didn't actually have them there, but I got to point at the White House because I was standing in front of the White House and say, we probably would already have peace if it weren't for this son of a bitch right here. And everyone's like, yeah. It was awesome.
That is like the belly of the beast too.
Yeah, but it was on a Sunday, so motherfucker ain't even there, but it still felt good.
Was that for the DC?
The Rage Against War rally, yeah.
Yeah, you have a good time?
Yeah, it was awesome.
Good. A lot of people showed up. I've been trolled. People were trolling me on Twitter because they were like, it was $100,000 photo op. These people, I had to block people because I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Where's your fucking rally anyways? So like, you know, it's these people where I'm like, they were trolling me and they're like, we know you're doing stuff, but you're in the Mises. So we have to, and I'm like, then fucking talk to the Mises if you have a problem with them, which they didn't. It was stupid, right? But like, they're like, why would you fucking harass me about it?
I was very frustrated by those people.
It's just like, they just want to complain and bitch, and that's why I'm like, show up or shut up. Like, and you can obviously, people could be critical,
or don't even show up. Just show up at your own shit that's better. But they don't do that. They just sit there and fucking bitch. Anything. It's like, look, would I have preferred it to be 5,000 hardcore anarcho-capitalists that were in DC? Sure, but it would have been 500 had we not done a bipartisan event. Yeah. So, sorry.
Yep.
We don't have a fucking enough people that are passionate enough to do it on our own. So I'm going to work with whoever the fuck will try and prevent World War III. That's my priority.
Yep.
People are
if they're going to be commies later on, then we'll fucking take care of them. But in the meantime, it's like, who gives a shit? I hate that shit. If
you meet any communists in real life and you're still concerned about them, I don't know what the fuck. Like, hit the gym and go to the gun range for an hour. Just you're fearing these people unnecessarily. The whole reason that they're dangerous is their capacity to empower the state to suppress you. If I can use them to diminish the size of the state, that's a net positive. These people are not dangerous to you otherwise. They're all fucking cowards. Yes, I'm talking to you, Antifa.
They are, but they're all trust funders and have money to be traveled around. Like, did you see that the Georgia one? Whenever that shit was popping off with the fireworks, and there was like they were all trust funders. All these kids that they were attacking because they're
yes,
building a police facility or something. And they're like, this guy's a rich trust fund kid.
He's a fucking lawyer. I mean, these people are just they're throwing fireworks, for God's sakes. They're not real dangerous radicals. They're dangerous only in like who they vote for and what they think.
Yeah. And how easily controlled they are. And because they have purposeless, which I kind of have.
Rand Paul is the best.
I've had a purposeless life sometimes, and I still don't do that shit. You know what I mean? Like, these people are they're the dumbest, worst people in the world. Like,
yep.
Ugh. That's all right. Comedies are brave. Yeah, that's right.
What's with the lawyer disdain? There's the disdain is because they're pretending to be some sort of like street radical, and they went to fucking law school. They're not a street radical.
Thane's a lawyer, but he's a street radical. I'm just kidding. Me and Thane were singing and sing together in his car one time, so that's how like street hard he is. That's how street hard I am too.
Yeah. Well, Metal Blood says that there's a bunch of people he knows that were all in favor of banning TikTok and the Restrict Act. Look, a lot of people are stupid. A lot of people. And a lot of people that you think were good on COVID are still stupid. So you're going to have to continue to reevaluate, who your allies are.
Yeah, just ignore the stupid shit when people say stupid shit. But unless they're forcing it on you. I'm not letting my kids die. In World War III, we're moving to Mexico. No, I have to for a shot.
You're going to have to go more southern. The nuclear fallout will still get you in Mexico.
Oh.
Argentina. I'll see you there.
With the rest of the Nazis.
That's right. My people.
Oh, Lord.
I'm just making clips for the haters to cut out of context.
Oh, they got plenty. The more you add, the better. I was like, oh shit, I need to go back because I used to do so many live streams, and I'm like, I'm fucked up, And I'm like, oh no, I need to go back, and then I'm like, you know what? No, whatever they find, sue me with it. I'm still gonna be screaming. If I'm like, the worst comes to worst, I feel like I have to drop out for something, which I probably won't. Like, I have no shame, right? So
why would you have to drop out?
I don't know. Something was too embarrassing for my family, but we've been through shit before. I've embarrassed them plenty of times.
There's no way you could embarrass your family more than you
right, and they I don't know, just something like that. But I'm like, the whole time I'm gonna be loud and spreading the message of liberty the whole fucking time. That's my whole goal.
I know, I love it. Get after it.
Whatever happens. I'm still, and it's gonna be like nothing. People aren't used to me. They're used to these stupid, squeaky politicians, even at a city council level. And
is there 5 or 7 or 9 city council members?
There's 4 so one from each district, 4, an at-large, and then the mayor.
Okay, so the mayor's like the vice president.
Yeah, there's a guy running, and he's I got to meet with him. He's actually the guy running for mayor has been on city council, and he's actually from the right, on conservative side. And all the GOP and everybody out here that I've been talking to, like, they love me, and I think they might not even run one of their people in our district.
I would highly recommend that they don't.
Yeah, and like we all get along, and they all like me, and they saw what fucking happened. A lot of them, and
well, this is a really interesting paradigm shift. Like, the GOP can now choose to back you because the alternative, like, it's the exact inverse. It's the decision that libertarians are always forced with. Like, you're going to vote for Donald Trump or Joe Biden, and
with your vote, your libertarian vote.
And now it's flipped where the GOP has to decide, like, do we want some radical progressive who's going to let the homelessness crisis get out of hand, or do we want Forest Mommy? Like, that's awesome.
I know. It's so great that it's like the online person, not that I'm different online, but like my pseudonym, and then this all is running together. Like, it's all together. So
El Salvador is dope. El Salvador is dope.
Yeah, I want change. Yeah, Jeremy obviously has been watching, so thank you for the hate watches, Jeremy. Thank you to any hater who is watching for the hate watch. Because
why is Jeremy a hater?
That's the guy who doxed me.
He hate watches?
Well, because he
pulled you're a fucking pussy, dude.
He pulled a clip from my one thing trying to say I said anything about his dad, and I didn't say anything.
Even if she had, you're a fucking coward and an asshole, and you should be fired from your job.
He's an abuser. Well, he hasn't posted
and shamed out of the community
for a while. while. So
What a scumbag.
Oh, and you know what else happened this morning is the GOP lady who ran for governor out here. She wants to talk to me on the phone because,
Hell yeah.
and it was specifically about the 9 News guys because they attacked her during her election and
Dope.
stuff. So
Do it.
I know I'm gonna be on a first name basis with Heidi, so it'll be fun.
Buddy of mine just announced he's moving to El Salvador, so I'm gonna use him as the testing ground to see if it's doable.
Do it, hero. Might as well do it. Yeah, March.
All right, Ray Ancap. Okay, not gonna read that one.
Yeah.
In Fortnite today.
God. No, Marge. There's a lady out here. Her name's Heidi Ganal. I can't say it right, but she was the GOP candidate that ran for governor. That I know a lot more people voted for her than the guy who won, I'm sure, but there's no way for us to like fucking do anything about it. So like literally no one knows
Forrest,
how.
mommy, and some guy. It's very offensive.
Did you just see that?
Yeah.
He just noticed. I don't know if everybody sees it. It says Forrest, mommy, and some guy. He just noticed.
That's okay. It's funny.
Too funny. Anyways, no one knows how he won because he didn't talk about COVID and all the terrible things. And then he was trying to be called a libertarian, which no Justin Amash. Jared Polis is not a libertarian, and No Reason magazine, and he went on Kennedy, and Kennedy didn't push back. Someone else, like, he's not a libertarian in the slightest at all. So, like, stop. That's slander. You guys are slandering libertarians.
I met Amash and got a chance to just talk to him one-on-one for like an hour in Michigan when I was a speaker.
That's where he's from, right?
Yeah. Such a like nice and bright guy, but like I don't know.
DC's in his blood. Like
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what. Like he's just missing 5% of the equation. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I like him.
I mean, if someone's going to be there that's somewhat based, then.
Yeah, he's better than almost anybody. But when he went after Trump for the fucking impeachment, I was like, come on, man.
Gustav, are you my friend from out here? That's seasteading. When your name starts from a T. I met this dude. He'll probably be at convention or at the comedy thing. He only wears a shirt, a t-shirt and shorts and flip-flops, even when it's cold. And he looks like Jesus. Like, I think he really is Jesus because he doesn't get cold at all.
What a savage.
Yeah, he's hilarious. He'll like talking to him.
Are you talking about that giant kid from last night?
No, he didn't come out last night.
Because that giant like 19-year-old,
yeah,
he was also wearing a t-shirt and shorts.
Yeah, he was a big dude. He looked like he was hot too. Still, like his face was red.
Yeah. Well, he's probably just got frostbite. It was cold as a fuck
so cute.
Here last night. Like
cold.
bad cold. My God. I don't know how people live in environments like that. I'm so soft.
Oh, when are you gonna perform, Nookie?
Oh yeah, someone said I need.
See, at least I didn't say Fred Durst.
Yeah, that's true.
I did share you.
Everyone just assumes it's Fred Durst. Yeah, someone earlier said play break stuff. It's kind of cool because like I'm not like the biggest Limp Bizkit fan, but like I like a lot of their songs, so I don't really mind it.
Hey Chris, Squirrel needs cold. Oh yeah, and he just moved to the south. Although it is nice because my parents have their part-time living in South Carolina now, and they're like, yeah, it's 80 degrees, and it's just warmer there. We can keep going. We can stop. Whatever you want to do.
Well, our food's gonna be here soon.
Yeah, so we can call it.
Subscribe to Liberty Lockdown. It's hosted by Fred Durst. It's pretty cool.
I love that at the end. You didn't even notice the some guy now.
I just wasn't paying attention.
There you go. All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. See you on the Twitter side. Peace out.
Be nicer to me, and I won't block you. Thank you. Bye.
Or don't.
Whatever.
You don't get free.